when the world closed down during the pandemic, we grew more than 3 times from 2019 and to post-pandemic. And the surge actually happened given the fact that we were ready and we were there for the Filipinos when everything was like in shambles, right? We were one of the few things that worked. We were there for essentials to help them buy their essentials when they're trapped in their own homes, as also as a government aid tool. So the government tried to give financial aid to everyone. What would have taken them 950 days to distribute, we did it in a few days. So that was quite game-changing for everyone.
So after that incredible surge of scaling up, many tech companies are now looking at a bleak period. How concerned are you about this, and what are you doing about it?
So, well, we grew exponentially during the pandemic. In fact, when the world opened up again, we thought, okay, our growth might slow down now because finally people are going out again. But interestingly and fortunately, we've seen the adoption it was retained. In fact, our growth has continued because we've finally achieved adoption.
How can digital solutions help with a more sustainable economic recovery?
What we've observed is that money flows and moves faster 4 times than cash. That alone provides velocity and it allows people to use money in the system, which leads to economic growth. Digital also provides efficiency in the operations. So we are able to help in the reduce cost and provide more sustainability, especially for small businesses. The other one is financial inclusion, or the rate of financial inclusion in the Philippines has increased to 70%, meaning 70% of Filipinos are already financially included. And a large part of that is also because of e-wallets like GCash. We have 69 million subscribers. That's equivalent to 80% of adults having a wallet.
Martha, ESG is a very, very big issue for customers, for people in general, for companies. How are you getting on board?
We have a G-Forest, which is a gamified tree planting inside GCash. In G-Forest, the more you use GCash, the more you earn green energy, which you collect. And when you collect it, you try to accumulate the green energy that allows you to plant trees virtually. And these virtual trees, we plant it physically. So far, we have 11.8 million green warriors or participants in G-Forest. And so far, we've planted 1 million trees already. And this 1 million trees actually is equivalent to 21 billion grams of carbon emissions saved. In layman's term, that's like equivalent to 25 trips around the world.
What's the most important lesson that you've picked up from operating in an emerging market?
Well, the big lesson really is to focus on the customers, focus on serving their needs, be there when they need you the most, and loyalty is really, you'll get the loyalty that you need, and they'll stick to you. The other one is, and this is very common in a lot of companies, especially startups, you cannot incentivize your way to growth. So there has to be a point where you need to focus on serving the needs, educating them about your service, and try to generate the demand rather than buying it, right? Once they see your proposition, once they see the value that you give in their lives, they'll try your service. And when they're happy because of the customer experience that you provide, the good customer experience that you provide, then they'll use you again. And because you take care of them and you evolve with them, they'll stick to you, they'll be loyal to you.
What would you identify as the uniqueness of your business model, seeing how Filipinos are not just in the Philippines, but all around the world?
We're able to provide a playground for Filipinos, whether it's a way for them to learn the different financial services, whether it's savings, it's insurance, it's investment, or lending, things that were alien to them. We finally were able to give them access to, at the same time, educate them on how to use it. So this, in part, increases the penetration of these services. But apart from that, the reason why I say it's a playground, it allows them to earn livelihood. So whether it's like sending money to the province for their neighbors who don't use GCash, they earn from that. Or they pay the bills of their friends or their coworkers that need to pay their bills and don't have access to it. So what we want is when you go to the app, you get that opportunity. It's access to opportunities.
Thank you very much for being with us today on Money Mind.